How's it going, y'all? Happy New Year. If you're new here and this is your first video, I'm doing a little color wheel challenge. And finally at the last one, which is black, and I chose Coupe from Dispatch. Well, let me actually say it right, it's Coupe, but most everybody just calls it Coupe because they just can't get her name right. Even Punch Up, which you find out more like, oh, they used to date. And it's just like, they don't really divulge too much of their past in the game. Like, you see some of it from the bonus content of the comic that they release, like, while the episodes are coming out. Like, this is how they met, and this is how they, like, started, but how did they end? It must have ended well, I guess, for them to be still cordial and like okay to be around each other, because sometimes relationships don't work out like that and you just end up avoiding that person altogether. But for them to find a Phoenix program and work around the way to be co-workers, that's admirable to say the least. Me personally, would I do it? Absolutely not. Like, no matter how good of a terms we're on, you don't date your coworkers, or you don't end up working with your ex. That's like one of my rules I've had ever since I started working, because it never ends well. That's just from what I've seen. I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to let that be me. It never ends up being a good story, at least for the people involved. But when it's not you, it's definitely entertaining. And every time I see it, like, I don't want to say I told you so, but I'm lying. I definitely want to say I told you so, and I did. And look what you got. But yeah, I was definitely towards the end dragging my feet with the color wheel. More so was just, it's the end of the year and things started ramping up. Like, when you get busy, you can't help it. Like, I had a plan, and while I was in my stride, I was definitely pumping out a lot of pieces. And I definitely wanted to, like, finish this one before the year ended, but because I did start it, just get around to finishing it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not about to force myself to finish this and then it turned out terribly or not how I envisioned it. Like, sometimes you just gotta slow yourself down, take a break, especially if you're just on the go mode. Like, eventually you will burn yourself out, and I wanted to avoid that, so I just put it on the back burner just a few days, and then came back to it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready, let's finish it. Last year's color wheel for black, I did Selena Kyle, Catwoman, and I figured, like, I had a lot of options I could have did for black this year. I even thought about doing my OC Celeste in one of her outfits, but the idea hit me that what if I wanted to do a color wheel with just all my OCs and have to pick from there. But that's just an idea. I might do that later this year, who knows. So I went down a list of characters who main predominant color is black in her outfit. And yeah, she has some silver accents, but it's mostly black. Like, it wasn't particularly too hard to work with this one. Just figuring out where the light is, and then that push and pull of going in between the darkest darks and the lightest lights, but still making it make sense where it wraps around her body. And if I had it my way in the game, she definitely would have been a romance option, but not for Robert. Like, had it been another protagonist, who knows? But Robert definitely fits what he was given to him, what was presented to the player. What if I was in Robert's shoes and I was me, not him? Yeah, either Coupe or Prism or Malevola. If it's a guy on Blonde Blazer, would have been the last options. I'm sorry, but I still like them as characters. It's just a preference, and the fact that our preferences are just put to the back. Like, I'm not alone in this. Check any dispatch hashtag, you'll see people fiending for this character, that character, Waterboy, Flambe, Prism, even Royd. And I haven't seen too much Royd fan art, which is crazy to me. And I wonder what he would have looked like in his like villain outfit, because he is a part of the Phoenix program technically. But I know that in the game art, or like in the promotional material, jeez, that little giant purple man that you see standing in between, standing next to Robert and whoever else in the bathroom, that's supposed to be, or at least concept art of Royd in his powered up state before they made him who he is now in the game. Just think it's interesting. But yeah, this Coupe, Janelle, and basically nearing the end of the render. Stay tuned for more. Do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe. Stay safe. And Happy New Year. And if you must know, I did cut Sonar. I'm sorry, but during that episode, he was like my most unsuccessful hero I sent out. And she was my most successful behind Prism. So a choice had to be made, but on later playthroughs, I went back and forth, just cut whichever one. You know how it goes.